Hi everyone, this is Jamila from Love Mila. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So first I apologize for the background noise. There's some things working on the farm, so I'm just gonna try to speak over it and hopefully edit it so that you all can hear me better. But I did want to come and talk a little bit about Patterncon, and I just came back. Well, it was last weekend, and so it's been about a full week, and so I just wanted to tell you a little bit about it. I got this from Patterncon. It was so cute, since you see it already. This was the table we were at, table 19. I don't know how many tables there were, maybe 25. But there's like 250 participants, so it's really good, especially for it to be the first year of Patterncon. Very proud of Trisha, and I want to say her name is Caitlin, but Miss Veronica B. Cole tagged her as the little tiny dictator or the tiny dictator, so that's kind of how I know her. But I just want to say congratulations to them, because Trisha had the idea and did a lot of hard work, and it was really her friend who had the resource and the know-how to put on the event. And man, when we support each other in that way, then we can make anything happen. So I was just very happy that the event went with success. And so I knew as soon as I heard that there was going to be a Patterncon that I wanted to attend. I wanted to just learn a little bit more about pattern making, and to see what kind of classes they had, and just anything with sewing that I could enrich myself in, and that was in person, because there's a lot of things online but not many things in person, and meet with community members and all of that. Then I was down for it. Plus it was in North Carolina. I'm in Georgia, and so I could drive there. It wasn't very far of a drive. It was a 5-hour drive for me, which to me isn't much. And then my husband was supposed to come down with my boys, and at the last minute he was just like, you know what, I'll keep the boys for the weekend. You just go ahead and go. Y'all didn't have to tell me twice. I already had my milk stash because my little one, he's still breastfeeding, and had the stash in the freezer. I said, shoot, let me pack my bags, and I went, and I met my sister friend there, and yeah, we just had a really good time. Okay, this was what I say, the centerpieces of the tables, and so I thought it was really cute, and I actually won this because there are a ton of giveaways, and so I don't know everything to do with like a half form, but if anything is decor. But I really do want to, I know you can practice your patterns on a half form, and it's quicker, easier than a full body form. So be really looking forward to making something with her and putting her in my studio that is still being worked on, but you all will see it later. And then it was draped. Each one was draped differently, so that was really cool. And that brings me to my next point, my first class, which was draping, and it was taught by Jasmine. I think her handle is So Much Jazz on Instagram, so look her up. She also has classes online. She also teaches at a university in Texas, and so she has her own pattern line, a lot of different things, and so she's super knowledgeable. And I've wanted to learn draping for a while now, ever since I probably saw it on Project Runway, and it was really cool. I will put in some pictures of myself in the class, and just everyone got a dress form and was able to practice some techniques. And so you always know that a class is good when you leave it and say, man, okay, I want to practice it at home. And I feel confident that I could try to do some of the technique at home. So I'm really glad that I took her class. And then the next class was also taught by Jasmine, and that was digital pattern making. And so she was explaining how she used, and how most people use, Adobe Illustrator to make their patterns digitally. And so I thought that was interesting. a lot of it went over my head because I wasn't familiar with Adobe like at all. But again, she has a course on that, like a full course. That was, I think, a 2 or 3 hour course, maybe just 2 hours. And so it's a lot of information. If you weren't really familiar with Adobe, then you may have missed, you know, some of the things like I did. But it was still good just to be introduced to it. And I was really glad to take that course as well. And then the third course, so we had 2, really 3 on Saturday. I didn't stay for the full third one. There was a lot of options and flexibility with the convention, which is nice. You signed up for classes, but you didn't have to take them if you wanted to. If you didn't want to, you can be with vending, you can rest in your room, you know, you can meet other people. It wasn't just, it's not like, you know, it's a convention, but it's not like a lockdown type thing. You had a lot of freedom. I think most people stick to their courses because they were really good and interesting classes. And then so for the second day, which was Sunday, it was just Saturday and Sunday. So the second day was a half day, and the class I took was sketching your own silhouette. And so I am not an artist, and even though I am like tapping into this creativity, that's the sewing, and y'all, okay, I have a whole new hobby. Diamond art painting is a whole obsession thing. If you know, you know. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into that right now. But I love to tap into that creativity and that creative side nowadays. And so I wanted to learn how to sketch better. And this class taught how to sketch your own silhouette or the silhouette of others, and if you're making clothes for them. And it's better than, they call them croquis. And it's better than like a model croquis that is usually not the size of the average person, or the dimensions, right? Proportions of the average person that lives, that exists. And especially not someone that you're probably, unless you're working with models all the time, that fit into that, you know, frame and fit into that standard that they want for certain shows. But if you don't, and you're just making things for the everyday person, your family, yourself, then you typically are not going to be that croquis image. And so how do you then see what you want to sew to fit on the image that you actually have? And that way, then she was teaching how to create that image, that person, from an existing photo. And so I think that was just really, really cool. And so I will keep that forever and it's very usable. And so I think that was, you know, the most important thing of these classes. Very useful and functional information. So very excited about that. Just wanted to show you a few things. This is from the Pattern Place, and they gave us, which is Trisha's company, pattern making company, and they just gave us like snack bags and goodies in here. And then I have a few, we had like giveaways, we had like threads, magazines, and a lot of coupons and different things like that were in here. And then this is a Patterncon bag. And okay, so we also had it has like my muslin in it and things like that from the course, but there was also a giveaway table, or not a giveaway, but like a trading table. So I wouldn't say someone's trash is your treasure, but someone's unused stash could be your treasure. So let me show you a few things that I got, and a few things from the vendors, few patterns from the vendors specifically. So I have 4 patterns from the Green Pepper, which is a pattern company specifically for outdoor wear, which is perfect because this is my life, homesteading, outdoors, these types of stuff. So, yeah, let's see. First, this is the Traveler's Waist Pack, basically a fanny pack. So I went ahead and picked this up, very useful, right? And then I got a messenger bag. They call it a courier bag, same thing. I really thought this was cool because it gives you like step-by-step instructions on how to make this out of used jeans, so upcycling it. So that was cool. That's kind of why I got it, because there are a few other messenger bag patterns, you know, I'm sure available, but that was what won me over. And then we have this rain poncho, which I really like. Ponchos are typically very easy, but I do like the hood and the collar, the cord stop, the casings, like all of that is marked, and it turns into a bag. And so I thought it was good for traveling, good for like survival kit type things. So that's why I got this one. And last was this polar cap ear warmer. And so it doesn't get super cold here, but when it does get cool, you know, my husband's outside often, and so I got this for him, and my little son loves to be with him, so just in case they need this. And then we travel back home to Chicago all the time, and so Chicago, sometimes we're in Detroit for the winter times, and so I got this for them specifically. And then on that table, so that was just from a vendor. These were from the table, the trading table. And these were all $3.99 because it's just unused stash stuff. This McCall's, older McCall's, $67.58. And I got it because I really like the tunics, and this is a little bit longer as a dress. I love the high collar, right? You can do sleeveless or sleeves. It really looks like activewear to me, or like how you can make a swimsuit out of it. So I kind of like that. And then this jacket I really like. It's McCall's 7730. I don't think I've ever seen this, so it might be out of print, which is nice that I can still have it through someone else, right? So I just love the sleeves that the model has on in view C. I like view A, I like view B. I don't like D so much. I don't like the frog so much, but I probably would add a closure, maybe like a gold zipper, something like cool like that. So anyway, just really, yeah, I like this one a lot. And then last but not least, it's a new look for children and little robe. And I have a lot, I've probably said this before, I have some woven that I wanted to make some pajama pants out of for my little sons and things like that, some shorts that they can walk around in. I think the rest is for, the shirts are for knit, so that's typical. Yeah, so just simple patterns. And then let's see, what else do I want to say? So I just want to say that I am grateful to have gone to Patterncon. I met so many great people. The speakers were incredible. Mimi G, always above and beyond. Like, she was sick, she could not make it. She was a keynote for Saturday, but she sent this awesome video, super inspiring video, very knowledgeable. Man, and she's not a gatekeeper. She loves to share. She loves others to be successful, and you can really tell. And so she gave this video when, you know, she didn't have to do that. She was super sick, and she was able to give us something truly from her heart. So I'm really thankful for her. And then Miss Veronica B. Cole, Veronica B. Cole, she's awesome as well. Man, she is really made, I think, to speak, even though she says she's an introvert, but on the stage is where she shines. She's like funny, she's down to earth, she tells a great story, like all of the things to make you like a great speaker and motivating and inspiring. Like, that's what she does. So very grateful to have met her. We talked a little bit about motherhood and just, you know, how everyone's circumstance and journey doesn't look the same, and, you know, we don't need to compare ourselves to others and all the kind of things. So that was really good. I was able to connect with her. Yeah, it was just really nice. The only thing I wish is that I had more time to get to know more people, and that kind of social time to kind of share everyone's story. You were kind of meeting people a little bit on the fly, but otherwise it was a great conference, and they did announce that they were going to do one for 2026 and that it will be in Atlanta. which means it's only an hour away from me, and we're planning already. Me and my sister friend are planning already of going and having others to go with us. And so again, it was really a cool experience, and I would love to see all of us do more in-person, you know, meetups with things that we love. And so I just wanted to say that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that everyone is doing well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Good morning, everyone. I am it's like 7 in the morning. I'm about to get some coffee, but I want to turn the screen around to show you a few things in the I still haven't had coffee yet, in the airport, in the lobby, not airport, but in the lobby. Hold on. Okay, this is the lobby. And then when you come down, you start to see like dress forms, and then I'm on my way out. And look at this. So just very exciting for the day, right? I don't know what's going on, but we're about to go into it.